A man tied a rope around his neck ready to end his life. Just as he was about to kick away the chair, he suddenly spotted a stunningly beautiful woman in the apartment across from his window. Seeing another cause survivor like himself, he could hardly believe it. Overwhelmed with excitement, he accidentally kicked the chair out from under him. Luckily, the rope wasn't strong enough. It snapped, sparing his life. Heart racing, the man, Jack Ong, rushed to the window, staring at the graceful figure across the way. The woman, Emily Ong, hadn't noticed him yet, but that didn't matter. Her presence alone gave Jack a reason to live. That night, as heavy rain poured down, Jack seized the chance to finally take a refreshing shower. He cleaned himself up, groomed carefully, and prepared for the next morning. At dawn, he stepped onto his balcony and waved. Emily saw him and lit up with excitement, but with zombies swarming the streets below, speaking out loud was too risky. Instead, the two began exchanging messages written on paper. Emily explained that her supplies were running out. Jack immediately threw a rope across the gap between their balconies. They tied it off, and Jack used a clothes hanger to slide 2 bottles of water over to her. But just as Jack went back inside to fetch food, a keen-eyed zombie spotted the movement. Agile and vicious, the creature began climbing toward Emily's floor. Seeing this, Jack hurled a glass bottle to distract it. The plan worked, but now the zombie turned its attention to Jack's apartment and climbed up fast. Jack retreated inside, but the creature slammed against his window. Knowing the glass wasn't strong, Jack grabbed a baseball bat, ready for a fight. Then, unexpectedly, the zombie knocked itself unconscious against the pane. Jack wasted no time. He rushed forward and delivered a fatal blow. For now, he was safe, but food supplies were running dangerously low. And now, with Emily depending on him, he had to feed 2 people. After thinking it through, Jack took a risk. He ventured out into the hallway, where he found his neighbor's corpse lying on the ground. Carefully, he grabbed the keys and slipped into the dead man's apartment just before zombies noticed. Inside, Jack looted everything he could. There wasn't much food, but he did stumble upon something incredible. He saw a 2-way radio. Back in his own apartment, Jack was overjoyed. This meant he and Emily could finally talk without risking noise. That night, Jack tied sheets together and climbed down from his balcony. Reaching the first floor, he tossed one of the radios up onto Emily's balcony, then scrambled back up to safety. The two tested the radios immediately. At last, their voices reached each other. But Emily made one thing clear. She didn't want to talk about zombies. She wanted to cherish every moment of conversation assessment with Jack, to feel human again. And so they spoke deep into the night about life, dreams, and regrets, forgetting, even if just for a while, that the world outside was filled with the undead. For a moment, they felt less like survivors and more like long-distance lovers, baring their hearts. But reality soon crept back in. Their stomachs were empty. Jack knew what he had to do. He moved a surfboard covering the ventilation shaft, crawled inside, and prepared to sneak into the next apartment in search of food.